Nakwambia close.
So we are live here in Ongata, Rongai, covering these protests.
So this is just live coverage from Ongata, Rongai. As you can see, it was cool, calm and chill in the morning, but right now people have increased in number, and there is a burning of tires, and actually the transport sector has totally been crippled, and no vehicles can be seen apart from the few motorbikes which are just passing by. And as you can see, very many people here. Stones have been placed on the roads, and people are just standing by to see what unfolds here in Ongata, Rongai, around Tumaini supermarket, which of course remain closed among some of the shops in fear of maybe looting or breaking down. So these are just a live coverage. I'm Chris Santoma, and bringing you all that is unfolding from Ongata, Rongai. So you can see tires are being burned, and people increasing in number. Initially, we just saw very few people standing by, and it was cool and calm, but now it is becoming noisy. So this is what is actually happening in Ongata, Rongai right now. So as I told you, I'll be unfolding to you everything that is happening in Ongata, Rongai. I'll be giving you live pictures today, whatever is happening here. So I'll be moving to different parts of the Ongata, Rongai, just to show you whatever is unfolding from this moment to later in the evening. Of course, in the last demonstrations on the 25th of June, we experienced the cat and mouse battles, whereby the police and the protesters were engaging in the running battles, and the shootings were also occurred, and 2 were feared dead or succumbed to the bullets from the police shootings. So we shall be looking at whatever will be unfolding, and we shall be bringing you all the live pictures. So these are just some of the protesters who are maybe saying half time, I don't know. Okay, so someone saying one time, half time, but that
basically
yes.
What do you expect? We saw some minutes ago.
Yeah.
Ongata Rongai was peaceful.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we have seen this happening.
Yeah.
What will we be expecting later in the day?
I remember when we were interviewing the border guy, he said with Ongata Rongai it's very unpredictable. It can be peaceful, calm and cool this minute, and the next minute it changes to be the running battles between the protesters and the police officers. So I still don't know what will be unfolding. That remains a mystery, but as you can see, it's not a good picture at all, as because if you see tires being burnt and the transport sector being crippled, businesses are also crippled, and no businesses running or operating, that tells you the story that now people are now back into their houses. So they're just praying that something doesn't happen to their businesses or to their shops. So that's what they can say. For now, it remains a mystery. We don't know what will be unfolding, but as our viewer is there watching us, he will see or she will see what will be happening, because we shall just be bringing all these live coverage, the live pictures from Ongata, Rongai. Maybe on your side, what do you think will be unfolding here?
Before I answer that, we saw last time the protest here in Ongata, Rongai, it began earlier in the morning, but today there was something just to be, just maybe to say, today it seemed calm, and we were expecting maybe these things were not going to happen.
So in your opinion, are you trying to mean that the protesters were lazy and sluggish today?
So I think today they have actually they seem unpredictable at this very moment.
Yesterday we saw the ODM party leader, the former Prime Minister, Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, saying that he'll be taking part in the SABASABA Maandamano, which is today. Was that a way of maybe giving more energy to the protesters on this day?
I think for the former Prime Minister, he was trying to actually calm the situation.
Yes.
Because he said that he will be celebrating this Sabasaba at Jakaran, something like that.
Yeah.
He said so. He wanted to actually divert their attention of the protesters so that they can he can calm the situation in the country down.
So last time we saw two people were feared dead from the police brutality, from the gunshots from the police. Maybe will we still experience such an ugly and bad moments from today's demonstrations? Because most demonstrations or mandamanos have actually been characterized by brutal killings from the police officers shooting different protesters, which has resulted in the death of some of them, including we remember last year in 25th June, Rex Masai and the other Gen Z protesters who were shot dead. And in the 25th of this June, we saw this masked vendor, Boniface Karaoke, being shot, and who later succumbing to the bullet injury later in the hospital. Shall we still experience that ugly part of the demonstrations today, or do you think it will be peaceful, just demonstration till the end of the day?
What I can say, Chris, is that actually there is no in Kenya, as from the time these protests began, we have not seen a peaceful demonstration. They say in quotes it will be peaceful, but at times the police officers, they use excessive force, and in as much as they are trying to actually calm down the protesters, but there are people who are innocent, and then they are involved in that. But as for me, I think it will not be. I think even today we are going to see so many people who judge, and that is very unfortunate. And I think what I can urge the police is that they should find a strategy, a way to deal with the protesters, not just to actually use excessive force.
Okay, you talked about the issue of we say that maybe it will be peaceful, or people protesters saying it will be peaceful. Then at the end of the day, it turns to be chaotic. Maybe who is to be blamed in this incident? Is it the police or the protesters?
To some extent, it is the police who should be blamed. I think they should develop a strategy. I think they should develop a strategy in trying to actually, like I said before, in trying to calm out the protesters. Because as we can see the situation here in Ongata, Rongai, now we have seen the protesters have actually burned the tires. So it reaches a point where you find that the protesters are outnumbering the police officers, but they are not there actually to maybe injure the police officers or that. But you get there is that one police officer who comes out, and then at one point he tries to calm the situation by maybe throwing a tear gas canister at people.
To the protesters.
And I think that is what that's what changes now the notion from peaceful to that now.
Okay, thank you. And maybe let's just try to move around and see, maybe for our viewer to have a look at whatever is happening in this Ongata Rongai. Maybe we can just take we can have a way towards the Naivas supermarket, which in the morning, of course, it was opened, the only supermarket that was open. And let's have go the other side and see if it is still open or it has been closed down.
And as you said earlier, and as you said earlier, as you said earlier,
yeah.
Sorry for the interruption. As you said earlier, Naivas was the only supermarket that was actually in operation. And I think for now they have. I'm not sure because we are not yet there.
Maybe
but
can
I think
have a way
now,
there and see whatever is happening the other side.
But we saw again another caution.
Of course, the
supermarket.
Most of the shops remain closed.
I think that is also a good. Actually, what I can say is that businessmen and women are now aware that their properties.
So, guys, as you can see, they have started their gunshots starting. The police officers have started shooting randomly, so we shall be taking up precaution, running and just for safety. So, guys, as you can see, transport sector has been free for this side. And a lot of buses have been parked here. So guys, I'll be trying to take precaution also, just for my safety. So as you can see, guys, these are buses that have been parked here. No transport, the transport sector is not working. So guys, this is what is happening right now. So it has already begun to be a cat and mouse battle. So I'll be taking precaution, guys.
So Chris, I think that
hiyo ni Subaru. Tokeni sasa. Tokeni kinyozi. Hiyo Subaru. Hiyo zimepanda, zimeshapita. Sasa wewe unachukua picha, utaibiwa. Ndio utaibiwa. Watu wanaiba simu.
Wameshuka kama endelea tu. But you be careful. So
guys, I was just running for my safety, and
we are trying to.
The gunshots can be heard in Ongata Rongai, so the police officers are shooting. So I'm not sure if they are live bullets. Chris, you can see. You can hear that.
The other side.
So guys, I'm taking precaution.
Guys, we are safe. So Chris, we saw the last protest which happened on the 25th here in Ongata Rongai. We saw the situation got intense when at around 4 p.m. And today there is a little bit. They have started earlier. What's your take on that?
Well, of course, Ongata Rongai has been on the limelight throughout, and when we talk of being the ugly part, the worst part of demonstrations, Rongai has been one of those areas that you couldn't wish to be when there is demonstrations in the country. So, of course, last year we had very many people in Ongata Rongai who were killed, including Kennedy Onyango, the small boy who was shot severally. And we've even in last week we saw 2 people being shot dead. So Ongata Rongai actually, it's just upon somebody's duty or responsibility to take precaution. Though we are in the line of duty, and we have, as a journalist, we have to ensure that to bring all the live coverage and bring all the live pictures to whatever is happening. Only that we have to be also precautionary of everything, because in some instances we have seen journalists being attacked by the police officers, or some actually police officers in most instances. So it's also our role to ensure that we are safe and we take precaution as journalists.
Chris,
so just coming on the issue of today, maybe we still don't know, because earlier on it was calm, cool and calm with few people, but right now Rongai is packed to capacity by protesters. So as you can see, maybe with the shootings, it tells you now, it's now officially now the battle between protesters and the police officers. Even though we talk of police officers ensuring that they don't harm anyone, but let's just pray that it remains peaceful. No one loses his or her life or incurs injury. But I don't know. With Kenyan demonstrations, it comes out to be something different. Just as you said, we talk of it being peaceful, but at the end of the day, we register at several deaths. So let's have a watch at whatever happens as time goes by.
We saw here in Ongata Rongai again on the 25th. There was a vehicle actually carrying the casket of the late. The late and was it a 12-year-old boy who died, Onyango?
Kennedy Onyango.
They were saying that the government has outlooked the whole issue, and Onyango, Kennedy Onyango has not gotten the justice that he was supposed to get. What's your take also on that issue?
I know we are fond of the government. Actually, let me just say it's fond of promising but not actualizing what they promise. So it's not the first time hearing that they'll do this, but at the end of the day, they don't do what they promised. So it's so sad. Like if you shoot a very young boy like Kennedy Onyango, and at the end of the day he doesn't find justice, that is like opening up the scars or the wounds, or just applying more salt to the wound that was actually trying to heal. Because maybe by saying that justice will be gotten, it was a form of bringing justice. But at the end of the day, when this boy didn't get justice, then it's like opening up the scars. So guys, as you can see, these are most of the vehicles have been parked, and no transport. The transport sector has just been crippled. Would you like to say something? What do you have to say about the SABASABA Maandamanoo demonstrations? Okay.
This is very, 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 very sad.
Okay.
The police are shooting people, live bullets. At the end of it's very bad. We are telling the government it is wrong. What they are doing is wrong. You don't call police officers.
Maybe you can come up again.
You don't call police officers on a uniform, and you start shooting people. Very, very innocent people who are walking, who are demonstrating. It is very unfair.
So maybe what advice do you have to give to the head of state?
The head of state is wrong. This is not working. These people, they are not uniform. They are having guns. They are not even guns. They are 3.2.1 guns, which are not licensed. They don't remove the need that you can.
So what do you think the solution can be? What can
the solution is must go.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
We appreciate it.
So guys, on the other end, we just see the police officers who are guarding one of the most known supermarkets in Ongata Rongai, the Naivas Mall. So they are guarding the Mayan Mall rather on the other end. So they're just ensuring that nobody breaks into Mayan Mall. So they are there keeping the security. So you have had some gunshots, but right now there is no more running the up and downs. So just people are in different groups and they're trying to move around, just not in running as we experienced it just a few minutes ago. So I'll continue to be here to give you whatever is happening in Ongata Rongai.
Uko na viewers wangapi kwanza ukiangalia? Check. Yeah, we go. When we go to safe place. We give our viewer what is actually to our viewer, of course, what you can hear people shouting, and it is getting chaotic.
Yeah,
it's not safe.
Yeah, it's getting intense. So maybe for our safety, shall be ending our live coverage. So we shall be coming back to you later.
Yeah. Zima data. Yes,